Welcome back to Rising Star 2, episode 41. We are ready to begin our tour, but we do have a couple day break in between before we get on to hitting the road. And so the first gig is local, it's at home, and we're going to be playing 9 songs throughout this tour for our album that's just premiere. This is our first time playing since releasing the album. We're not going to play all of the songs off the album today. In fact, we have 4 new songs to try out. All 4 have made the set list for today, and of the other 5, 4 of them are on the album. So only 4 of the 10 songs have made it to today's set list, but we will be sure to play all of them on a pretty regular basis throughout this tour, especially if we find out that any of the 4 new ones are really bad. Well, no problem hitting 100%, but we do have a problem getting a full audience for this one. That's going to be a problem. 3,600 for the XP, and that's probably going to be a standard throughout most of the tour as we're going to be, touring together. Night did all right with 0.04. I mean, it was just behind Slap Nobody Later. Kuromi, 0.04. Omit the Company, our long one. Spotless Hour to the Pigs, another new one, 0.05. One of the new ones, nothing. Absolutely nothing. And that one was the Anxious. So the Anxious gained 0 traction whatsoever. So that's one to tear up right away. We've already written a replacement song. We'll have a couple days to practice, but it's going to be tricky how we kind of manage this one as we only have a couple days before we head back out. I'm not sure I can really get a 4th one written and manage to practice things. I only have 2 days before we hit the road, so I think I need to spend the 2 days to take our latest song and get it to a 70 and then force feed it into a gig, or just accept the fact that we're really only going to have what we have right now ready for the first leg of the tour. And I think maybe that's going to be the smarter move. We will get a day to practice eventually. Depends on how far away we are at that point, but I think we'll still be local. Anyway, we wake up with Enrico feeling unwell again, so we will go take care of that. And Hello Nike climbs 22 positions to number 196 with 8,000 units sold. We earned 6,400 in royalties and gig profits. That brings us into the top 200. $500 in medical costs. With health not even being that bad at 83. Been here for a while that there's a cheap, easy way to pick up some XP, and maybe I need to be doing this on a triple XP kind of day and not just on a regular day, so I'm going to stop after this one. But who could resist the urge to be Christopher Lloyd's villain character in Who Framed Roger Rabbit? The steampunk goggles are a little bit off from the spectacles that he wears there, but so close to being spot on. And I didn't actually see any XP gained from that. I believe it's just about developing song ideas. You spend the money, you get inspiration. That's all that one is. We have enough song ideas on that part. I mean, obviously we do need quality pieces to keep developing, and we can only have so many songs without tearing ones up to continue recycling pieces, but overall, it's all good. As much as I'd like to focus on our 2 new songs and start practicing them up, we've got 1 day till the gig, and we've got that little drop off for most of our songs, so it's going to be a select all kind of day before we hit the road, so we are ready to be at our best for the tour. And these 2 songs, they'll be ready eventually. Well, I can definitely see one reason why the scheduled tour kind of took us the long way. Spokane, Boise, Salt Lake, Vegas. There's a pretty healthy gap, and from somebody who's made that drive many, many times. It's quite a long drive. You can go straight down I-5 and work your way through and have it be a little more manageable. But I prefer the coast drive. Made it just a few months ago, and it's a long drive. It is a long drive to get from home in Vancouver to San Francisco in one day, but it's certainly doable. But we're not heading on that route right away. We are locked in here locally. Unfortunately, we're going to hit up all of the cities locally before we move our way down. Alright, well, we've got a clear head and a bunch of new song ideas. That's going to help us out definitely long term as we begin this trip in Tacoma. A lot of shows back to back, so we are going to be making that quick travel. I'll do some writing every, I don't know, maybe third day or so. And we've cleared one song space. Let's get one of our existing. Let's see, what did we tear up? It was a high energy. Today that'll be flaky. Keep the other 8 in at least for today, but I will absolutely rotate things. 5K capacity, but we're not going to get there. Ooh, hello. We're at 10.66 now. The album is doing something for us. Getting that out there. The fame is growing much faster now. It's going to help increase the number of tickets sold at least a bit. As last time we didn't even get to the 3K mark. Let's hope we can get near that now. 2,400 flat pay. Let's start playing. We've got quite a few gigs to go. Let's push through our week here. This time we make progress with all 9 songs and a minimum 0.03. Since I've been loving you, actually, the weak link, the last couple shows in a row besides the one we tore up. So maybe we need to pull it out of the rotation for now. It's already been played a couple times anyway. Our popularity has been going up by 0.04, which is not significant, but I think the album we released is what's making the bigger difference on this one. As for selling CDs, yeah, not much. Her Purpose selling 9. Hello Nike sells 39, so I mean it is doing the best of everything we're trying to sell here. 56 shirts, actually making more money off of that. And in terms of gig pay, the crew cost taken off of that band's gig pay, not a lot. We are not making rapid money, but when you add that together, we're easily making 1,000 plus on a nightly basis, so we're not losing money here, and we're growing the fame. Right back down the road to Portland. We did take some damage on the road, so let's go ahead and take the repairs and then just get straight to our gig. We're gonna keep things moving along. Well, the other 3 new ones, the ones we hung on to, Spotless Hour to the Pig seems to be hanging on the best. Kuromi and Night not as well. So let's go ahead and get those 2 out of the rotation for the moment and bring in some of our other recents that have not been played that much yet. We'll bring in Ramble On and Let It Be, and then just put them into the slot where we had the others. Well, this was much worse. Ramble On, only a 0.02. Let It Be, only a 0.01. Detect and Beat Us comes in with only a 0.01. Meaning these might be actually our new weak links that we do have some songs we need to tear up to make way for something else. But low energy stuff, we are kind of lacking in options for that. We're over to Everett for this one. It's also pretty clear that I have not seen much of Everett, but it's really not a big deal anymore. It's not like we're trying to grab jobs or anything as we go through this, but let's go ahead and play our third gig. We will stay in a hotel tonight and do some songwriting. Like I said, once every 3 days or so, we will make that a thing. Let It Be didn't do particularly well. We'll bring in Kashmir for tonight, see if that does a little bit better, and give another chance on Ramble On before we then rotate it out. Night and Chromie certainly did okay. It's on the better side of performers. I mean, two gigs, 0.04 each time. Much lesser pay and venue capacity tonight. This one actually should be a sellout. 1,800 for the capacity, 1,100 for the flat pay. Less XP with that smaller audience. Kashmir, the weak link at 0.02, Read the Wall as well. Next song written, low energy, trying to find that balance. We're having a hard time with decent quality low energy ones. We definitely need more of those in the mediums. So I think I'm going to go on a little run of some low energy songs. Already this goes to show just how weak we are in that low energy category. Admit the company's doing all right, but there's only 3 others. Since I've Been Loving You, Read the Wall, Detected Beat Us, and we just ran through all 3 of them without any of those 3 doing much of anything, being the weakest one that we're trying to play. So great big weakness for us. With Slap Nobody Later and only needing 1 medium, having an okay one in Good Times, Bad Times, or Roll Right isn't a very big deal. I will need to play them a little bit, and actually maybe tonight's an occasion to get, like, say, Roll Right into the mix, just to have it in the mix, give it a night or 2. Same with Good Times, Bad Times, just to have them in rotation, but then mostly just stick with Slap Nobody Later, which itself has only topped 1 in popularity. Frustrating audience levels, though. 2,500 is all we're bringing in. And our personal gains in band popularity seems to be what's driving that up a little bit, maybe 100 each night. But it's just not enough. Roll Right, Day in the Life, not doing well. Since I've Been Loving You, not doing well. There we go, somebody's leveled up. Good Times, Bad Times actually doing really poor. Maybe that's a worthy tear-up situation. Step on Devon doing worse than expected. Well, that week comes to an end. We only climbed 3 positions, so we're already starting to level off. We're not going to get much higher than where we're at right now. But another 8,500 units sold and 8,000 in royalties. It's Mackenzie who's leveled up. We've got a day off, so we're going to head home. We're going to give Mackenzie the double-double for writing music and play skill. We're also going to get everything from our week on the road repaired up. And now that everybody's at 100, doesn't matter who's doing it, just as long as we're getting it taken care of. But 1 day of practice for 2 songs only brings them up to a 35, so they are not ready yet. We'll continue to generate some new ideas on the road, though, and actually we'll probably do another hotel stay to get the next song written as well. Well, with our couple weaker mediums having played them, we're able to move back over to Slap Nobody Later. I do think Good Times, Bad Times probably needs to get torn up, but I don't know. You know what? Let's give it one more night and see how bad it is, and then we can make that call. But we do move on to Maxine Howells. So we're kind of making our way right down the list. We've got Spin Another, Her Side, Isolate Me, which are actual good ones, and Spin Another for that matter, are good ones. So we do have the good ones coming after this. But Step on Devon made it onto the album, and it didn't do so well yesterday. With the turn of a new week, I'm noticing that's when we're getting the big boost. So as the results come out each week for album sales, we get our boost in popularity now at an 11.5. We're catching up to Excited Island here pretty quick, and should be doing them, or the gig overall, a pretty good favor in selling quite a few more tickets, and that's going to help us with our XP, because right now the way things are going, it's just not that great of a tour for us. Yeah, over 2,500, but really not much happening with that one. Popularity 0.04. Good Times Bad Times did not do well, and yeah, I do think I should tear that up. You're playing it in front of that many people and we're only getting a 0.01. Maxine Hell is not doing much for us either. 1% better than Good Times Bad Times. Maybe we need to just tear them both up. It's a 1-to-1 ratio, but there's so much better out there. So yeah, we're gonna go ahead and tear up Maxine Howells as well, and then definitely Good Times Bad Times. So we're going to get another song written here with Kurt Cobain before there was a Kurt Cobain, or at least looked a lot alike. Steve Prefontaine for this one. Well, now I really am down to just 2 mediums after we tear up one of them. Also, Spotless Sour to the Pigs is doing pretty well. It's a decent song. But let's go ahead and take it out of the rotation for a little bit and use one of our other pretty good songs like Her Side in its place. And instead of Flaky, let's go ahead and close with Isolate Me, so we don't have to spend a long time on these particular ones. The ones on the album that we already know are good. I don't have to put them through a big rotation, so that'll just kind of take care of it for us over the next little bit, and then we're able to get back towards the top of the list and get another round of comparing all of the newer high energy songs, which we've got 7 of them. Well, today was a pretty good day. The switching things up has worked really well. Isolate Me and Since I've Been Loving You actually end up coming in as the weakest ones today. Spin Another, Slap Nobody Later, Grumble Grumble, and Her Side all doing really well. So Isolate Me actually is looking a little bit like a weak link right now and not one of our strengths. But overall, we gain a little more popularity out of this. So that's good. Yeah, everything's well received still. Tilt is that one that's just, it's almost a hit. It is so close to Her Purpose on a nightly basis. Comes in just below it. But that was a good gig. No real weak points. I mean, Since I've Been Loving You and Isolate Me a little bit. Might have to swap Isolate Me with, like, say, Grumble Grumble, just so we can get it in the interest building side and get kind of a percentage out of it and see how it compares with everything else. Is it really that weak? Well, I don't think it's on the album. Isolate Me is not something we're gonna just tear up. We just might not perform it so much if it's actually that weak. But it also could come down to something else.
You're
I have
with
not
Shady
been looking.
O'Grady, listening to the sounds of the night.
maybe it's a weaker attitude. Well, there would have been a note about that, right? So consumerism, technical musicianship is back in. Or still? Travel? There's no change there. Maybe there is. I don't know. It's hard to keep track. Maybe I should write it down. Peace is in for Oregon. War is out. I think that's been the entirety of this series. That has been topic for them. We will have to keep an eye on that, though, as we travel to some new states here pretty soon. But we've got 2 more weeks of gigs, or just shy of 2 weeks more of gigs. Only a couple off days, and those couple of off days, we're not going to be anywhere near home. So I think we are going to be kind of stuck on the road, writing, not getting a chance to practice, which is also why it's going to be important to kind of keep this rotation going just a little bit, change it up a little each night. We have now topped 100,000. We have 100,000 in bank cash for, I believe, the very first time. I don't know how far we are off from upgrading from a small little 2-bedroom house to something a little bit bigger as we grow our reputation and our fun. But that is going to do it for this episode. I'm Decathlon Gamer. Like, comment, subscribe, and I'll see you next time. Have a good one. Be safe out there. Bye for now.